Peace and love. Welcome in. Hey. Peace, peace, peace. We're getting ready to get this going, y'all. All right, we're getting ready to make this happen. Vegan Kings. Welcome in, my brother. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. We're getting ready to make this happen today, of course. Today we're going to be working on wellness and affirmation, and so we're gonna get right to it. Hey, look at there, you got wellness in your name. Peace and love. Welcome in. We get ready to work on our chakras today, okay? We're gonna be tapping into the chakras. I'm gonna be explaining what chakras is, how they work, and why they are important. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all know I warm up my day every day on this vibration plate. So we're gonna get there first, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about the chakras, okay? While I'm on the plate. If you have tapping in for the first time over here, welcome in. If you are coming back for another spin, welcome back. Thank you for being here. And make sure that you're tapping the screen, liking the live. And over here on this side, if you would drop the daily heart me, join the club here and join the vibe. I would appreciate that. I appreciate you. And we're going to get going. I'm going to let you know when I get back here, I will not be able to see the screen the way that I'm seeing it now. So I can see y'all coming in. Jacinta, KKK. I can see Miss Cleo join the crowd here. I can see all of you now. However, if you're saying something I don't respond off the top, please don't take offense to that. Just know that I'm here and I am going to be paying attention to being on this vibration plate. And like I said, we're going to be going through the chakras. Thank you for the likes. Go ahead and share out the live, share the vibe. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I hope y'all doing well. I'm bringing my iPad because I got some notes on here. I'm going to bring myself a little bit closer to you today. Just a little bit so I can try to see the chat. Just a little bit closer. All right. Make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear the music. All right. Let me grab my remote. Let's go, y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful Tuesday. Today, we are going to be tapping into these chakras. I hope that y'all ready for this. This is definitely a lesson. This is something that you can learn about yourself. We need to learn about how our body works on the inside. What's actually powering us. We think that we just wake up on an automatic basis and we live the way we live, but something's making us move. You know how robots have a battery pack? Our chakra system is our battery pack. It controls all types of emotions and spaces in our body. So we're getting ready to talk about that chakra system, okay? All right, let's get on here. Welcome in. Great rising, great rising, great rising. Make sure you tap in the live. Hold on a second, y'all. There we go. All right. Let's go. All right, so as y'all know, I shake it up right here on the chakra system, okay? So, on the chakra system, on the vibration plate, I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit because I don't like competing with the music. I love music, but I don't want to compete with it, okay? So, give me a second to get this pulled up, and we're going to go ahead and get this going, all right? Let me toss this over here. All right, so first things first. Welcome in. If you've never been here before, like I said, welcome in. This is Queen's Alchemy. Over here, we focus on the mind, body, and spirit. And today, we're focusing on the chakra system, right? The system that powers us, okay? The system that is unknown to most. we just function and go through life not realizing that there's something that's powering us. We have a battery pack. Our battery pack is all along our spine, right? It goes from the top of our head to the sole of our feet. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The first one we're going to talk about is the root chakra. Okay, so the root chakra deals with, and the root chakra is located like along your tailbone. If you can think about it, it's the lower part of your body. And when you're in your root chakra, a lot of times people say that you are operating a function in your lower self. Understand that it's at the base of the spine, and we're going to go into affirmation on that. And it provides you with a grounding, right? So that's where you start, at the grounding. And so we're going to tap into each one of these chakras. After we tap into them and talk about what they do and why they are, we're going to go ahead and do some affirmations, okay? So sacral chakra is the other chakra, and it's here in your lower abdomen area, closer to your groin area, okay? And it's the feeling, the flow, the sensation, and the element. I didn't tell you, the element of the root chakra is earth. The element of the sacral chakra is water, okay? And it governs movement, emotion, and fluidity. Okay, so think about that. Think about how these things are actually playing a part in your life, okay? Solar plexus. It is your will, your power, and your action, okay? Relax those knees. And the element of the the solar plexus is fire. Fire. And this is located in the upper abdomen area, up in here, okay? Up in here. So we did talked about the root. We go down here, root, abdomen, upper abdomen, okay? And this is like the engine. It's the engine of action. So remember, I told you we were talking about how you start your body. It's the part where everything begins to go into action. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Make sure you tap in the screen, like in the live, and share out the vibe, okay? The heart chakra, which we all know, the heart is where the heart is located. It is connection, balance, love, and air. Okay, the element is air. All right, and it's in the center of the chest. It's here. But if you were on the spine, it would be here, okay? And the heart is a bridge. It's not an identity center. Let's break that down. The heart bridges everything together. It holds everything together. You think about it, when you use your heart to proclaim certain things, it holds that thing together. It keeps you in situations sometimes that you don't want to be in, too. You know, it's like a glue. So you have to pay attention to that. Throat chakra, this is major, y'all. I got a story behind my throat chakra, man. I couldn't believe it. But it's expression, truth, and sound, okay? That is the direction that the throat chakra is in. And the element is ether. Because we are all ether beings. We are all verbal little beings, whether we verbalize it through our speech, or we're verbal with our emotions, right? So we're all verbal beings. We're ether beings. All right. So the chakra governs vibration and frequency, and not self-definition. Okay. It's about who you are. A lot of times we hold back and keep inside of ourselves who we are to appease and satisfy others, but we're impacting that throat chakra. And I'm going to tell you a story about the throat chakra, okay? So let's stop there for a second. When I first came into being or knowing who I am and how I am and what I'm, what it's about, as far as knowing thyself, when I first came into this, I didn't speak a lot about it because I was scared. I was afraid that people would look at me and say things like, how can you not do whatever those things are anymore. Even down to the way I eat today. You know, you still get looked at. It's more accepted today, but it's differently. When you think about your, the way that what you believe, what you do, how you live, when you think about these things, guess what happens? Guess what happens? When you're thinking about these things, you change the way you look, you change the way you think, you change the way you eat, you change the way you be, but you can't express it to anyone. Then you're retracting that throat chakra because your truth is not being able to be told, it's being withheld. Well, in this same process, when I came into this back in, I want to say 2017, 18, somewhere around in there, I wouldn't say things because I didn't want people to look at me funny, or I didn't want to be judged, or I didn't want people to say, you know, like, oh, has she gone crazy? That kind of thing, right? When I came into the place and beginning to know who I am. However, I want you to know on a consistent basis, I would continuously get laryngitis, have sore throats, and I looked it up and I'm like, why am I not able to speak? Like, why is my throat hurting like this? When I looked it up, it says that you are withholding your truth and it's impacting your throat chakra. So that's just, I'm letting you know that it's real. It's real. You get what I'm saying? So when I started to speak I don't have sore throats anymore. I don't have anything giving me laryngitis. I get to speak who I am, speak my truth. And you should speak your truth also. That's the throat chakra, okay? I just wanted to share that with you, okay? And then the third eye is the other one. Y'all know that's located right here between these two visual eyes. This is the all-seeing eye. You could close your eyes right now and I can tell you a word of an item and you can see it. You're not physically looking at it with these two eyes, but you're looking at it through the third eye. This is the things that the visualization is the communication to the universe, okay? So this through the third eye. The third eye focus on light. Light. Light is the element. Light. Let there be light. Light. You're seeing. You're being able to see light. All right? And it's located between the brow, as I mentioned right here. Peace and love. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for liking the live. If y'all go ahead and share out the vibe, that would be great. If you like it here and you like what you see, let's go ahead and subscribe and follow the leader here. Okay? Now, let's go ahead here and talk about, I'm sorry. The third eye, it observes. It makes sense, right? It observes. It observes things. Okay? And then you got the crown chakra, which is considered a consciousness. In some cases, it's considered a Christ consciousness. Okay? And that consciousness that you have is knowing, unity, and consciousness. Element is thought and cosmic energy. And that's located right here. You know, when a baby is born, they have that soft spot. That's the crown chakra. Why do you think they tell you don't press the baby's soft spot? Don't press on their head. That's your consciousness. That's your crown chakra. Okay? And they also have colors. Okay? So each one of these have a color that represents it. Crown chakra is purple. Okay? And the crown dissolves all ego. So if you're operating in the ego stance, you're operating in a lower chakra, which is the root. If you're non-ego driven, you're operating out of your crown chakra, okay? So understand that difference, all right? So look at this. Each chakra has a color. So as we go through the color, we're going to go through affirmations. I want y'all to say this with me, okay? I want y'all to say these affirmations with me today. Great rising, Monique, welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure y'all share out the live and tap the live, like the live, okay? Like the live, like the live. All right, like the live. Hey, Apple user. All right, LK, Bullet, Beauty Creole, thank you for being here. I see y'all over here. Carl Johnson. All right. I will no longer hold my tongue, Carl. If you want me to do that, then you can just exit. Um, hey, Brent Berkey. It's a vibration plate, Brent Berkey. Hey, Maye. Peace up, peace and love. Life with Tashiria. Greetings. All right, I see all of y'all in here. Matthias, thank y'all for coming through. Okay, so now we're going to continue. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep moving because, of course, y'all know I'm going to get my whole workout in today, but I just wanted to tap into some of those things um, that I needed to explain so that when I'm going into these affirmations, okay, so we're going to be affirming ourselves today. All right, so let's get to affirming ourselves today. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, all right, is here we're going to talk about the root chakra, which was identity, survival, and presence. The element was earth, which means it's grounding. It's located at the base of your spine, here at the lower base of your spine. You know where your butt ends right there. That's where the root chakra is. That's where you can find it. And it operates from an I am standard, okay? I am. So let's go ahead with these affirmations. You can repeat them after me. And this is opening up this root chakra area of your body and knowing who you are. When you speak to yourself and speak into yourself, you are that thing, right? Whatever it is you say you are, you are. When someone says, oh my God, I'm so stupid, you are, right? When somebody says, oh, I am wonderful and beautifully made, you are, okay? So you are everything that you say you are. We're going to go to it from a whole different standpoint, but we're going to address it, okay? So with the root chakra, how this works, let's keep it moving. Let's keep the body moving. I'm sorry, I got to keep moving just to keep myself going. Affirmations. I am safe in my body. I am safe in my body. I am grounded. Grounded. I am grounded. Repeat them after me. I am safe in my body. I am grounded. I am supported. Woo. And I am secure in my body. It's very important to be comfortable inside your body. Do you think that when you're nervous and you're scared of something, that it's because you have, those things that, these things that you have going on with yourself, do you think that it's because you're operating outside yourself? It's definitely a possibility, right? So let's go with that. So now look at this. When we go within, you should be feeling safe, grounded, supported, and secure in your body. But you also can say things like, I am beautiful. I am wonderfully made. I am living life to the fullest. I am, right? All those things that I am. I always say, I am that I am that I am. All right? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the sacral chakra, which is the feeling, the flow, and the sensation. Now, this is water. And this is definitely a chakra that I tap into most often because I am a water sign and I continuously flow, right? Continuously flowing. Always, okay? So it's like I feel, allow, and experience. So in these affirmations, you say, I allow pleasure to flow through me. I allow pleasure to flow through me. Go ahead and hit that like button. Share out the live and share the vibe. I feel emotionally balanced. Okay? I allow creativity and joy. I honor my emotions without judgment. Okay, so these are things that speaks to the sacral chakra, okay? These are the feeling, the flow, and the sensation. The element is water, all right? So knowing who you are, how you're made up, how your battery pack works, which is your chakra system that goes down your spine from the top of your head to the root of your spine, you have to know how it actually works, okay? Now, the chakra governs movement, emotion, and fluidity. Now, I'm letting you know this because every day that you see me here, I am operating in my sacral chakra, okay? I'm operating in that. I allow everything to flow through me. I feel emotional balance. I speak these things to myself. I allow creativity and joy. I come here and create a space to have healing, create a space for, to be able to be heard, be seen, okay? So we also allow creativity and joy, honor my emotions and without judgment. This is a judge-free zone here. Right here on Queen's Alchemy is a judge-free zone, okay? So this is the sacral chakra. Let's go into the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the next chakra, which I told you is in the upper, the sacral chakra is here, which is where I'm telling you to hold in that abdomen here, hold it in. That's where you're operating from, that sacral chakra. Then you have the solar plexus, which is the upper abdomen. If you suck it in up there, all right, I choose confidence. I act from inner strength. I direct my energy with purpose. I honor my personal power. These are all affirmations from your solar plexus. Peace and love. Welcome in, Damo. Straight go. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. And we are operating from the solar plexus when we're activating our will, our power. We're putting in action when we're moving in that way. It is the energy and the engine of action. So when you're moving and putting into action those things that's your solar plexus at work, okay? That's your solar plexus. The element is fire. You know how to be like, put some fire up under that and get it moving. You know what I'm saying? Get that fire up under there and get it moving. Those are affirmations for the solar plexus. Now, for the heart chakra, which is dear to me, the heart and the throat really has that connection for me, okay? The heart and the throat has a connection for me. The heart chakra is connection, balance, love, okay? And the element of that is air. And it speaks that I give, I receive, I am open. So I give and receive love freely. Speak that from your sacral chakra, but speak it from your heart. I give and receive love freely. I open my heart to compassion. I receive without resistance. I forgive and release with ease. These are places where you operate from your heart chakra. Great rising, coffee, no cream. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here, sis. And remember, I told you the heart is the bridge, okay? It's the bridge that keeps us tied together. Now let's talk about that throat chakra, the expression, the truth, the sound. I gave y'all that story earlier about my throat chakra experience where I lost my voice. I got laryngitis. I had a sore throat, all because I was retracting my truth. I was holding in things that I wanted to speak out, that I wanted to share. And I didn't share because I was afraid of what the judgment may be, right? Or what someone may think of me. When I realized that it doesn't matter what someone thinks of me or what they think of what I say, because I have the right to speak. because I do have this throat chakra here. I speak my truth clearly. I express myself with ease, and I listen deeply and respond honestly. This is deep for me, okay? So this is a deep one for me. And my voice carries integrity. If we say these things to ourselves, you speak, express, communicate, these are huge in your life. When you hold your tongue and you don't speak your truth, when you hold on to, you are building and setting up things inside your body, and it causing dis-ease in your body. You understand? Dis-ease in the body. Hey, Sharon Brown, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Great rising. All right, and the chakra governs vibration and frequency and not self-definition. Remember that part, okay? Now, third eye. We talked about the third eye, the all-seeing eye. I'm going to have y'all, I came on to come close to do this exercise with y'all, okay? I wanted to come close to do this exercise with you, okay? So the exercise that I wanted to do is to tap into your third eye. You would, give me 1 second. All right, so to tap into the third eye, you would, here, let me pull this over a little bit. To tap into your third eye, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this exercise with me, okay? This is very simple and easy. It's not something that you even have to worry about. You know, nobody's going to pay attention. If you're at work, go ahead and do it. The first thing I want you to do is I'm going to give you an item. So that something that you know what it looks like. I'm going to give you an item, and I want you to tell me, I want you to see this, okay? I want you to keep your eyes open, and I want you to see I want you to see what it is that I'm saying, okay? So with your eyes open, I want you to visualize and see, with your eyes open, okay? I want you to visualize and see a stop sign. A stop sign. Let's use something universal, because I don't know if every country has stop signs, so forgive me. So let's use something universal. The color green, okay? I want you to picture the color green, all right? The color green, green leaves, green fruits, whatever it is, all right? If you got that visualization in your head, I want you to close your eyes, because it's not in front of you, so if you actually can see it now, you know. But I want you to close your eyes, and then I also want you to say the word green without moving your mouth, okay? So I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I want you to say the word green within, okay? Without speaking it out loud. With your eyes closed, were you able to see green? And did you hear the word green when you spoke it? If you did, I want you to go ahead and put that in the chat. I'm not going to go any further until someone let me know that whether they heard and saw the color green, whether it was a green apple, a green leaf, or whatever it was. Oh, they trying to get blocked, Monique. Oh, there you go. All right. Rudy Rudy, you being disrespectful. They gonna block you up out of here. Monique and Coffee No Cream, those mods, they not playing with you. You lucky Coffee No Cream ain't in here because she really would throw you out the window. Okay? She would throw you out. All right, so now the crown chakra is where we getting ready to flow, okay? Rudy, you got put on timeout, I told you. All right, so I knew Coffee No Cream wasn't playing that. Crown chakra is focused on, it's here at the top of your head. Remember I talked about the baby soft spot. It goes with affirmations of I receive divine wisdom. I align with the universe truth. I know I am guided and I trust my higher consciousness. And if we put together these chakras, align our chakras by utilizing these affirmations and tapping into our energy source, which is our chakras, every day, paying attention. Most of us are operating out of that lower chakra. I am. But the sacral chakra and the solar plexus says that I choose to, and that I know that I am, right? I know, I feel, I allow. Those are the places that your solar plexus and your sacral chakra takes you. So let's talk about, yes, a chakra. Hey, Moo! We're talking about chakras today. That's your chakras line up your, it's almost like your battery packet within your body. If you know your inner workings of your body, that's how you are able to heal. You can't truly heal by just going on the outside of yourself. And this is something that I spoke about yesterday when I talked about doing things as they were. Like, for instance, the self-care aspect is knowing who you are. So when I say know yourself, that don't mean just know how you act or know how you be or what you like. That's not knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is truly knowing the inner workings of your body and how they work, right? So if you know how your inner workings of your body operate, you have a better opportunity to heal yourself. Once I learned a lot of things about the anatomy of the body and how it works, we don't even think about it. We just exist. We don't even put any thought into how our body works. We don't even think about how our arms move. Our mind is literally telling our arms, like right now, I'm moving my hands, but it's out of just, I'm doing it, right? But no, my mind is not saying, move your hand to the left, move your hand to the right, up, down, over, side. Nothing's happening. That's not happening. It's automatic. But do you want to know? Don't you want to know why you do what you do? You get what I'm saying? What is inside of you that allows you to get to that space and learn who you are on the inside of your body? I learned something when I was going through. This is also what made me realize how to heal. I should not say heal because I'll get striked for that. Realized how to reverse my high blood pressure, y'all. Okay. This is how I learned to reverse my high blood pressure. I wasn't just somebody saying, herbal remedies, natural remedies, do this, exercise, diet. No. I learned that how the body interacts with the heart that causes the blood pressure, how it pumps through the veins. I learned that it's an equation. You know how we were in school and we were talking about, why do we have to know this? Why is knowing equations and what is it called? My gosh, my mind went back. Fractions and things like that. Why is it important? Well, I learned why this was important because it actually plays to a part of who we are. We are the mathematical equation. We are an equation. Our body works together and comes out to solve whatever it is you need, because your body can do it. But if we don't know the equations, and we don't know the fractions, and we don't know how to divide and subtract and add, but nobody told you this part. You get what I'm saying? We weren't told that we were learning mathematics upon the fact that it actually is who we are. It's a part of who we are. We never learned that. And because we didn't learn that portion of ourselves, we always operate and function outside ourselves, which brings me back again to the self-care aspect of who we are. If we're not going within to care within ourselves, then self-care is just surface. Meaning, if you want to go get your nails done, you want to go get a massage, you want to go for a jog or a walk, you want to do all these things that you call self-care, but is it really self-care? Or are you just going through the motions because you're trying to find something to make you feel better? We do it with food too. We do it with food too, okay? We do it with food. What that means is that we go and we say, oh, I think I want to eat. We get all excited. We want to go ahead and have, I'm going to have, this morning, I'm going to have me a bagel. Oh, I'm going to have me an everything bagel with extra cream cheese. And I'm going to have my favorite coffee. And I'm just going to sit and, sit on the couch and do nothing. Because it's all about me today. But you have to tap into what made you want to be in that position. What made you feel like you deserve to treat yourself to this thing that you felt was something that you were rewarding yourself with. I reward myself 1,000 times with food, y'all. 1,000 quadrillion, gramillion, trillion times. And I thought, oh, this made it feel better. Temporary gratification is not any kind of satisfaction for the body, because it puts it in a stressful state, and then it goes to look for that thing all over again, continuously looking for that same thing over and over again. It's looking to see, where can I get this gratification? As soon as you get that gratification, what happened? It's gone. And you're looking for the next thing. You're looking for the next thing. So this is what I'm saying right here. Let's see. Bree, good grand rising to you. Coffee, no cream. All right. I seen a big message at the top here. Let me see where it's at. Maybe I missed it. I thought I seen a whole paragraph. Okay. I missed it. I didn't see it. I don't see it. All right. So now, with that being said, when it comes down to the self-care aspect, I had someone, I posted something last night where I was talking about how, it wasn't until I realized that I needed to go within for self-care and not without, that those things that we think are self-care is not. And someone says, well, I thought going with self-care is the flow, right? I thought it was just you go with the flow. Well, I'm going to tell you what going with the flow has done for me, okay? So to respond to and to explain, going with the flow caused me to be obese. Going with the flow caused me to be complacent. Going with the flow allowed me to just do whatever it is that I wanted to do to make me feel good. That's what going with the flow did. It wasn't until I tapped into the inside and realized how my inner workings work, like we talked about the chakra system today. In my mind, I have all of this, down pat. I know how the chakra system works, but I wanted to articulate to you in a way that maybe was not all over the place. So I used the structure of telling you about your chakra system. And we'll tap into it again, okay? Where we'll talk about it on more of a higher level and each section at more depth. That way you can start to study those places of your body and be in tune. So once you tap into the root chakra, you will begin to see that when you're operating from that lower place in your life, things don't always look good. You know, that you want to get to your higher self, that higher consciousness. So it's like working yourself through a grid, and you constantly, and you may drop down here and you may come up here, then you drop down here and you may come up here, and you drop down here and you come back up here. We're constantly fighting to get to that consciousness, that Christ consciousness is what they call it, up here at the crown chakra, okay? So making sure you understand how it works. Thank you, Coffee No Cream. Thank you. So outside of that, I want to just have y'all breathe with me today. I know I didn't do a lot of movement, but I really do want to get to moving. So I got about 15 minutes before I get out of here. But I want to go ahead and let's breathe, okay? So right now I'm going to turn this down. All right, we're going to turn that down. And I want you to breathe with me, okay? So we're going to take some breaths. And this breathing exercise takes concentration. And, you know, so let's be intentional with it, okay? Thank you for the floating hearts. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's begin by just relaxing your body, letting your shoulders drop. Because if you got tension, you like this. Let your shoulders drop. Take shallow breaths. Just breathe. Just breathe. Shallow breaths. Be aware of your breathing pattern. Just breathe naturally. Now I want you to pay attention to your heartbeat. Continue to breathe naturally. Now I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for 5 seconds. Exhale through your mouth. So we're breathing in through the nose, hold for 5, exhale for 5 through your mouth. So you pressing it out for 5 seconds, 5 seconds, okay? And we're going to do that 6 times, okay? Breathe in. Pause. In. Pause. In. Pause. All right. Now I'm going to have you just take a moment, because sometimes breathing in and out like that, your oxygen in your brain may feel light, but this is bringing oxygen to your brain and allowing you to breathe and feel that difference. Okay, so you should be able to feel this within yourself. You should feel it in your arms, in your chest area, your brain area, you know, around your face. That's definitely a thing that you would want to do to release a lot of stress. You ever heard someone say breathe when something's going on, when you're having tension? Breathe, breathe, breathe. That's what they mean. You see how that instantly like relieved you, caused you not to want to have those shoulders at bay. You just relaxed. All right, now this time I'm going to have you do it, and I want you to see. This is my gut here. We're going to see. We're going to suck it in, okay? And we're going to go short breaths like 20 times, holding it in, okay? Ready? One more time. Do it with me. Inhale, hold it, and breathe. And you should be able to feel that here, here, and up here. Okay? We're going to do it one more time. Suck it in. Hold it, and breathe. All right? And you should feel that. That should almost feel like a workout for your body. All right? But you should feel it in your mid-back and your core. Okay? When we speak of these areas, if you think about it, this is solar plexus. This is sacral chakra. Follow me? Solar plexus, which is upper abdomen, mid-back, sacral chakra, core, lower abdomen. That fupa, baby, that fupa. Now, so we're going to breathe one more time. This time, I want y'all to let go of everything by shaking it out first. Just shake it out. Don't be tight. Loosen up. Loosen up. And I want you to bend your knees if you're standing. If you're sitting down, I want you to just to relax your body in a state almost of poor posture. If you were just to be like, oh, all right. So just let yourself feel lost. I mean, loose. I'm sorry, not lost. Feel loose. All right. So now we're going to breathe in again. And when we breathing in, we're going to breathe in on a count of 6 as we're breathing in. And we're going to hold in our sacral chakra area, which is our lower abdomen. We're going to hold that in. And we're going to breathe in on the count of 6 and exhale on the count of 5. And we're going to do it 5 times. Let me know. Everybody ready? Let's go. And as you're breathing in, so I apologize, I gave it to you wrong. We're going to start over. I want you to, when you're breathing in, I want you to extend your stomach out. And when you're exhaling, bring it in, okay? So it's like a practice, but I want you to do it, okay? So as you're breathing in, you're extending your stomach, muscle down here like this. This is what it's going to look like. As you can see, my stomach is at a regular size here. It ain't a regular size, okay? But we're going to breathe in. And we're going to exhale. Do you see that? Breathe in. Exhale. Keep that body, your shoulders, don't tighten up. Keep yourself loose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. So now if you felt that, you should be able to feel that in this area here. All right. It's definitely a core exercise that you could do for your body, but that breathing is major for your entire body. That oxygen getting through your blood. I know you can feel the difference in the blood flowing through your body. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Thank you, Margie. I sent you an email back, and I was trying to figure out a good time. So make sure you tap into that email that I responded to you with, okay? All right. Get healthy now, mastery. She says, I am with you, queen. We just finished I am affirmations. operating from the root chakra down here below. We just finished working on the sacral. The sacral chakra here, and the solar plexus, which extends to the upper back. This is where we were. And now I just want to tell you, yesterday we tapped into self-care and learning how to love on yourself, okay? So I gave an example of singing love songs to yourself, or singing songs that typically are just songs, but listen to the lyrics and apply them to yourself, right? Singing or just speaking kind words to yourself when you look in the mirror. Last night, as I got out my shower and I got in my pajamas and I looked in the mirror, I put my head, I put my bonnet on, and I looked in the mirror. I said, I love you, girl. Woo-hoo! You are all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak to yourself the way you would say it to your girlfriend or, your sister or whoever. And you be like, you look, girl, that outfit, that look good on you. You looking good. Look at those shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be loving on yourself. So now we're going to love on ourselves through the heart chakra, right? So if you saw, I tied all this together, right? We're showing you how to tap into these spaces that will open them up, not only speaking affirmations into them, but to speak those things and exercise those things. So let's talk to the heart today, right? We already talked about how the heart chakra operates, right? So now let's talk to the heart. Even if you talk to your heart in silence, let's talk to the heart. The heart holds so much, especially when it comes down to women. Women are nourishing, nurturers, I should say. I'm saying nourishing, nurturers by heart, by fault, right? So the breast is a place where comfort is found, which is where the heart lies, okay? So if you put your hand over your heart, mind, body, spirit, let's go, okay? If you put your hand over your heart, you will start to feel the heart beat. Think about what I'm saying. Let the heart beat. As you feel that heartbeat, think about that's life. You're alive, you're living, you're experiencing. And now speak to the heart. I love you, Queen. I love you. And all those things, I love how you make me feel. I love everything about you. I love your eyes. I love your skin. I love your smile. I love you. I love your generosity. I love the things that you provide for me. I love the fact that you continue to show up for me. I love how you don't let me down, that you keep me up. I love that about you, Queen. As you feel your heartbeat, as you feel your heartbeat. Let's go. All right. And then when it's all said and done, speak your truth. Okay? Speak your truth. That's the throat chakra. Speak your truth. Why is that important? Because if you are withholding those things within yourself, you're causing dis-ease and you're defeating all the other chakras. You're operating in your root chakra and you're impacting your throat chakra. Why? Because you're allowing things that should be expressed not to be expressed. Speak your truth, keep it flowing. Don't allow anyone to hold you back from what it is you feel. You ever been, I'm going to give this as an example because it happens a lot of times, but you ever been in a situation where it was a job or it was some type of organization or something that you were a part of, but you did not agree with that decision that was made, or you don't flow with the concepts that they operate in? If that's the case, Mr. Stick to It, welcome in. Peace and love. Yes, peace and love. Who is that? AJ at Queens Alchemy 22. AJL Stick, welcome in. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Get wealthy now. Master says she talked to her body every day. Do you know that's how you heal yourself? But to go back to the throat chakra, and I don't believe anything that I function in is a knowing for me because I experienced it first. So astrology is it's all connected. We're all connected. It's all connected for me. It's all connected. All right. So now what I was speaking about was like you're in a job or you got a position in something and they having you do things that are against your morals, against your way that you are, the way that you show up, who you really are, right? Because you know who you are within. As long as you dive within, you know who you are. So if you go and you see something happening and you go with the flow, you're impacting that throat chakra, right? And that throat chakra that you have impacted now causes other disease in the body. It's a spread. It's like spreads like a virus, right? You can begin to feel sick, feel ill, not feel great, have anxiety, have depression, all behind you not following and speaking your truth to something that you know you stand for. Understand that truth for you is major. To speak your truth, whatever that is. Don't let anyone impact you on how you speak. I did it a lot of times. I've been on this YouTube, in these YouTube streets, social media streets, going a little bit hard for over the past year. And I caught myself retracting what I say because I didn't want to offend anyone. However, my message in ways I realized after going, and I'm always thinking, okay, I realized that it's not for everyone. Everyone's not going to be comfortable with the words that come out of my mouth. Some people may have, as he mentioned, beliefs that says that what I'm saying goes against their beliefs. But for them, that is their truth. I am no one to knock someone's truth, right? And for me having that respect for others and how they show up, I always ask for the respect in return, but most times I'm criticized for what it is that I do. When I realize that it does not matter what it is that I say, that my vibe is going to attract my tribe, I then stop holding my tongue and holding my truth. I was pacifying the masses in order to try to have people stick around, right? Pacifying the masses. What that means is, I practice a plant-based vegan lifestyle, right? I practice that lifestyle. So when someone asks me questions like, well, Isn't it okay to eat meat? Or isn't it okay to do certain things? And I would be like, eat what you want to eat. Do what you want to do. That's your body, right? But in my deepest being, I felt like, are you defeating the purpose of you being here in this space? This space is not for that. This space is to be expressing your truth, right? In essence, I said, instead of verbally giving a response to this person who may ask, is it okay to do, or this and that, I then said, I need to educate them in the process, right? Because obviously, this is something that is a concern. A lot of people want to continue to eat processed foods, eat meat. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with meat. I'm letting y'all know that right now. Again, what you eat don't make me. Okay. But what I will say is I started to design it where I would show you a different way to show up, right? I gave you alternative nutritional ideas of things that you can eat. I show you different ways to show up and how to wean off. I told you my story. This didn't happen for me overnight. I definitely want to be an example, but for me, holding my truth back was hindering me from being who I am. I even shifted my channel for a moment. If you go back and look about 6 or 7 months ago, I was on my channel interviewing individuals on my channel. Not anything to do with my health and wellness journey that I committed to be here for on this journey. You get what I'm saying? So I was living inside in denial of what it is that I came to do. And what I came to do is be here for you, provide this space, provide this platform. And I now stand in my truth. I do what I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do it. If there's only one reason that I would not show up when I say I'm going to show up. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that reason, I would have to be down and out and unable to move. Okay? I'm going to come and show up in some capacity because this is what I dedicated for me. This is my therapy. You being here for you helps me. If that makes sense. Being here for you helps me. Absolutely. Let me see what y'all saying down here. Yes. Speak your truth. Yes. Daily. Absolutely. That's the throat chakra. And then it says, yes, stand in your truth. Yes. Yes. Get healthy, now mastery. Exactly. Yes. WFP lifestyle. Word fast. Food. Tell me what that is, Sharon. WFPB. I'm slow today. I'm being slow. All right. Mind, body, spirit. Let's go. Hello, Andrew Garcia. Okay. So somebody said something I wanted to tap into. Yeah. So doing this on a daily basis, showing up for y'all is my thing. This is what I love to do. This is how I like to show up. And I do appreciate all of y'all showing up with me today. I did not move, but I will be moving for the next 30 minutes off camera, off camera, because I got to get my workout in for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to stand in place and march if I have to. Coffee, no cream, floating hearts, baby. Thank you. All right, so the last chakra that we're going to talk about is the crown chakra and how we elevate. So in some practices, across the board, there's so many different practices, and I call them practices, but some people call them religions. I call them practices. Whole food, plant-based. Yes! I didn't know WFPB. Yes, go. Go, Sharon, go. Go, Sharon, go. All right. I love it. So I call them, some people call them religions. I call them practices. These practices that people do Every one of them are trying to get to being a better person. Think about it. Being a better person of who you are. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to outline any of them. I'm just going to say that that's how it works. Everybody's trying to get to a higher place, to work in their highest self, right? Pretty much, if you just to put it in general words, everyone is trying to be a better person and get to a higher place. When you're practicing something, right? Whatever that is you practice, that's the goal, to get to that higher place. Well, that higher place is this crown chakra. When you get here, everything is now. Oh, I'm sorry, we skipped the eye. We skipped the eye. Let's go to the eye. The eye is the all-seeing eye. These are the things you see even when you're not seeing with the visual eye. This is the communication to the universe. These are the things you see. When you imagine something happening, you're seeing it happen right before your eyes. People say, oh, I've seen this before. Right there. I know this. You've seen it. That's where it was, right here. Third eye chakra, right here. All right. This, for most people, are calcified because of the foods that we put in our bodies. Okay. And our nutrition, what we take in to our bodies, whether it be nutrition, it be the internet, the TV, the media, the news, the experiences, those things keep the third eye blocked, okay, and calcified. So sometimes you can't see anything that is of value to you in this third eye because it is calcified. We need to work on the third eye, work on every chakra you have, and then you become balanced. When something is imbalanced, you start feeling that anxiety, that stress, that feeling that you can't even explain. You be like, I don't even know why I feel like this. You're imbalanced. You got to balance it out. And you have to know what you're working on, each and every section of your body. It's like your battery pack. You have to keep it charged. You have to keep it charged. And that only way to keep it charged is to work on it daily. Unfortunately, these things once were easily done. But now we live in a society where we have to focus even harder to get to these places, right? To get to decalcifying that pineal gland, or getting to our higher consciousness, or getting out of our lower self and getting to our higher self. We have to put in the work. So putting in that work that we need to put in, all comes together. Remember how I keep telling you, it's all connected. It's all connected. Everything is connected. We're connected to the universe. The universe is connected to all source. We are all connected. Everything goes in a trickle. The food that grows out the ground is to nourish our body. Then from that, we are interchangeable with the plants. We have blood and iron. The chlorophyll goes through the plants in their veins, which is their stems. You see how everything is all connected, and we can intake the chlorophyll into our body. And have you ever seen that, the plants grow on like bone meal and stuff like that? That's because it's interchangeable. Everything is interchangeable. Everything goes back to the earth that is all in natural. Once upon a time, there wasn't even, I know I'm off track here, but once upon a time, there wasn't even a toilet. Because if you ate from the earth, and that's what you ingested, if you released to the earth, then you were nourishing the earth. And it was a cycle. It was a cycle. It just kept going. If you think about it. If you sit and squat and you poop in the ground then churns it up. People use cow manure. Anybody. They use cow manure to grow their crops. Think about it. Why? Right, cow manure as fertilizer, absolutely. Why do they use it though? Why cow manure? Because cows only eat grass. And so if they're pooping it out and it's fertilizing the next crop. That's why. Think about it. The same thing. We were the same way. They used to have outhouses. They dug a hole and you sat on over that hole and you pooped. Why? Because it was okay. Because it went back to the earth. You ever seen dog poop sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there and it turned gray, then it turned white, and then it's powdery, but it never goes back and goes biodegradable back to the earth. It never does that. That's because people are feeding their dogs that processed food that they call dog food, which is not natural to the earth. Think about what I'm saying. So let's watch this. If you are eating the same type of foods as this dog, which is processed food, and you go to take a poop on the earth, it's not going to go and be biodegradable. Your turd is going to sit there like the dog turd and turn into white, powdery nothingness. You get what I'm saying? Thank you, Coffee No Cream. I know that was you blocking them up. Thank you so much. And so at the same time, when we think about how our body processes everything and how we need to get to our next level of consciousness. So each level is a level of consciousness until we get to our highest consciousness, which from the third eye, we see everything, to the knowing. Here, we're in the knowing. We know how things work. So every day I'm working through my chakras because some days I'm down here, baby. I'm in this lower chakra and I know that I'm performing there. But I'm usually performing there when my throat chakra is impacted because I don't want to be in the situation that I'm in and I can't speak it. So it puts me back down here into this lower chakra space. If this makes sense to y'all, let me know it's making sense, because I don't want to lose you, but I want you to understand it. You get what I mean? I want you to understand what I'm saying and how it all comes together and forms one big connection. It's all connected. It's all connected. Thanks, Coffee. Thanks, Coffee. I appreciate you. Yes. Thank you, Margie. Thank you. All right. So as I'm getting ready to close out here, y'all, because I'm over time here, I definitely want to thank y'all for being here today. And this is Tapping Into Tuesday Wellness. We did wellness today and affirmations. We talked about our chakra systems and how they work and combine and how they flow and why they are important. And then I want to continue to have you focus on self-care from within, not without. So self-care starts within and not without. Outside that, I want everybody to have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for the 100s. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have a beautiful and wonderful day. Everybody, take care. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Work It Out Wednesday. We're going to be working out tomorrow, y'all. Let's work it out. But I'm about to work it out now. So I'm going to see y'all later. Peace and love and wellness. Here we focus on the mind, body, and spirit. Peace and love. You have a beautiful day too. Look forward to hearing from you, Margie. Peace and love.